That is, we are having here Sri Lanka. So what is one major issue we are having here with Sri Lanka? That is Kachativu Islands. So Kachativu Islands have been given to Sri Lanka by India in 1971. So then Hello everyone, welcome to the internal securities class. In this class, we will be talking about the Indian border. You know, India is having a vast border, more than 15,000 kilometers of border we are having in terms of land and in terms of sea. In sea, we are having a coastline of almost 7,516 kilometers. So we will be talking about all the different borders that are present in the command of our Indian Army. So if we take the section of it, if we divide these borders, we are having the western frontier, so that is guarding with the Pakistan, and that is the northern frontier that is having the border with China. Next we are having the eastern frontier. Eastern frontier means we are talking about the Myanmar and Bangladesh border. Apart from these borders, we are also having open borders. We are having open borders with Nepal and Bhutan. So if you take these land borders, this is one type of open border, and if you compare the maritime open border, that is with the Sri Lanka. So we will be discussing all the major problems, issues and its solutions regarding these whatever the borders we are having. So let's start the class. So I have made a small diagram, you can see. So first we will be talking about the western frontier. In western frontier with the Pakistan, we are having almost 3,323 kilometers of vast border. So in this border, it is starting from the Jammu and Kashmir to almost up to the Gujarat area. So if you see this vast border, for every area there is like different set of issues. If you take Jammu and Kashmir, there you are having cross-border terrorism. So cross-border infiltration is also there and cross-border terrorism also there. And we have seen how our India Army has retaliated in the Operation Sindoor with regard to the Pahalgam attack. So there we are having the cross-border terrorism. And if you come to the south of those border, then we are having the Punjab. In the Punjab, we are the main issue is with the drones, and the second issue with the narcotics. So most of the drugs that are coming into India are from the Punjab border. Why? Because we are having golden triangle here. So if you look at the map, here you are having Pakistan, Afghanistan, so Iran. So in these areas you are having these golden crescent, subject to correction, golden crescent. Golden crescent ante endante manaki chandrudu anamata, ante manaki full moon gaadu, so ardha chandrudu anukondi. So here we are having the golden crescent. So because of these golden crescent, most of the drugs are coming into the India through this Punjab border. So that is the second most issue. Let's come back. So this is about the Punjab border. If we move to the utmost south, we are having a Sarkrik issue. In this Sarkrik issue, here we are having the border with the Pakistan near the Gujarat. So Sarkrik is present in this Gujarat area, and that is almost touching the Pakistan border, and this near to the Sarkrik only we are having that Karachi port. So if this Karachi port is blocked, majority of the whatever the maritime trade done by Pakistan, that will be stopped. So the Pakistan military is like more vigilant at this area, and recently you have seen some activities going on or some military exercise going on by Pakistan army at this area, and the same time at the Sarkrik also India is also doing some of the military exercises. So I think if any war broke down in the future, so this Sarkrik will be a potential area to have this conflict. So let's move forward. And one more important issue is that Siachen Glacier. You know, at the top of this, at the top of Jammu and Kashmir, you are having Siachen Glacier. So this is the topmost point. If you sit on the Siachen Glacier, you can see the troops movement in the Pakistan and the movement of the Chinese also. So Siachen is a very strategic location. If you remember in the 1991, at the time of that war also, so this had played a very crucial role. So these are all the issues that are related to India and Pakistan. So these are like unsettled issues. If you remember the Radcliffe line that has been drawn in the 1947, so that was the main cause, and after that, however, the shape Pakistan has taken out. So these are all the major issues that have been coming under this western frontier. So do remember this western frontier. Let me mark it down. So this is all talking about, here we are talking about the Okay, so this is about the western frontier. Now if you move to the north, we are having the northern frontier. So let me again mark it down. So this border is called as northern frontier. So here in this northern frontier, the majority of the portion is touching with the Chinese border. So to control the Chinese, we are having the Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force. So this is the main central police force that is controlling this border. And if you see what are the major issues here, if you remember the PLA aggression and 2017 Doklam confrontation and the Galwam attack in the 2020. So these are all the major issues that happened with the PLA in our northern frontier. So these will be the major issues. And if you see, China follows one of the important technique, that is the salami slicing technique. In this salami slicing technique, they will change the status quo of very small portion of that land. So they will be not be coming after a very large part of the land, but they will be coming after only a small portion of the land. The small portion will be negligible for the military confrontation, but if you don't act upon it, they will slowly have the status quo changing towards their side over a period of time. So that is called salami slicing technique, and this type of methodology is called as gray zone warfare. So China is one more important topic is that gray zone warfare. So this is one more important topic. Now if we move forward, this is all about the northern frontier, and one more important point is that border villages. So China is rapidly developing border villages near Arunachal Pradesh, and not even Arunachal Pradesh, if you see that Pahalgam, subject to correction, if you see that Tibet, it is also rapidly expanding over these railway infrastructure. So railway infrastructure is developing in the Tibet, and the military force that will be coming from the Beijing or Shanghai, that will be the force will be immediately moved if there is any confrontation. So the infrastructure is well developed. Air bases or military bases being set up there, and there are also like border villages also developing here. So these are all the major problems that we are facing with China. And if you take one more point into consideration, that is China and Pakistan, that is CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. So I think this is a future project of the China that they want to impose to the Pakistan. So if this is imposed, Chinese influence will be very much in the Indian Ocean. And to counter this, we are also doing some of the things with the Quad membership. But you have to understand that is the CPEC is going through the India, Pak occupied Kashmir area. So in whatever the CPEC is going on, it is going through the China POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir area. That is the integral part of India, and India's stance is completely against the CPEC. So these are all the issues that we are having with the Chinese border. So now let's come back. Now we have been talking about the eastern frontier and northern frontier. Now we will be seeing the eastern frontier. So here in the eastern frontier, we are having majorly two countries. One is Myanmar and second one is Bangladesh. So if you see, this is about the Myanmar and Bangladesh. This is called as eastern frontier. Here, what is the major issue? That is, we are having that golden triangle. If you see the Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, in these areas, we are having the drug trade, and the drugs are coming into through northeastern region of India to mainland India, and we are having golden triangle in these countries. So because of this golden triangle, drug trade is happening in India. And one more important point is that free movement regime. What do you mean by free movement regime? అంటే మనకి ఇప్పుడు వీసా లేకపోయినా అక్కడ బార్డర్ స్టేట్స్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో మయన్మారు, మళ్ళీ ఏదైతే నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ స్టేట్స్ ఉన్నాయో వాటిలో 16 కిలోమీటర్లు వాళ్ళైనా రావచ్చు, లేదంటే మనం వాళ్ళ దాంట్లోకైనా వెళ్ళొచ్చు అనమాట. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ Arakan army and Chin army. So these are all the insurgent groups. Those are present in the Myanmar border, Myanmar and northeastern border. So these groups are using these routes as a weapon for the trade or human trafficking or drug trafficking. So these are all the major problems with the this eastern frontier. So now let's come back. We have discussed 3 frontiers. Now we will be discussing 2 open borders. So one open border is in the respect of land and one open border is with respect to sea. So if we consider the open border with the Nepal and Bangladesh, that is in respect of land, we are having one major issue, that is Kalapani, Limpiadura and Lipule. So these are the major issues, and through these routes only, see, some Nepali guy want to come into India, they don't need any visa, and vice versa with the India also. Now what is happening? They are misusing these routes. They are using these routes to do illegal smuggling, hawala, or fake currency movement into India. Fake currency notes are coming into India, or like any other weapons, or helping the terrorist terror activities. So these are all the things that are related to these whatever called open borders with Nepal and Bhutan. So mostly there is no problem with the Bhutan, but majority of problem is coming from the Nepal, we can consider. So this is open border in respect of land. Now if you see open border in respect with the maritime, that is we are having here Sri Lanka. So what is one major issue we are having here with Sri Lanka? That is Kachativu Islands. So Kachativu Islands have been given to Sri Lanka by India in 1971. So then Indira Gandhi government has given these or gifted these Kachativu Islands to Sri Lanka. And now in these today's era, this has become the major issue for the conflict between the 2 of the countries. Why? Because now the present India government want to take back these Kachadivu Islands. And why? What is the main reason behind it? Fisherman issue. So in the Tamil Nadu, fishermen mostly go there for fishing, and they sometimes they cross those territorial waters of India and they enter the territorial waters of Sri Lanka because of these lack of technology, or by mistake they will be entering the territorial waters of Sri Lanka. So at that time what they are doing, the basically Sri Lankan army is arresting and keeping them in jail. So because of all these issues, the Sri Lanka and India has been under some disputes. And if you see, one more major point is that bottom trawling. Let me write it down. What is this bottom trawling? See, when you are doing fishing, the nets that you are using, right, that must be somewhat big, not very small. So when the net is very small and you do the bottom trawling means ఏదైతే మనకి అడుగు సీ బెడ్ ఉందో అక్కడి నుంచి మీరు ఏదైతే ఫిషింగ్ చేస్తున్నారో దానివల్ల ఏమైందంటే ఏవైతే చేపల గుడ్లు ఉంటాయో అవి కూడా ఇరుక్కుపోయి, ఆ చిన్న చేపలు కూడా ఇరుక్కుపోయి అసలు ఒక స్పీసీసే లేకుండా మెజారిటీ ఒక పాపులేషన్ మీ యొక్క ఫిషింగ్ బలవుతున్నాయి అనమాట. సో దానివల్ల ఏమైందంటే కంప్లీట్ ఎకో సిస్టంలోనే ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది. So if you remove one animal from these ecosystem or this food chain, another animals get affected. So you must not do fishing in such a way that total population or majority of population is being taken out for the market. So you have to leave some population so that the next generation breeds also. So that is one problem with the bottom trawling also. So these are all the issues that have been in the problem with the neighboring states of India, and this is the major internal security challenges of India with respect to its neighboring states. So I hope you got this video, and if you want what are the measures that has been taken by the Indian government on these problems, so please comment in the comment section, and the next video we will discuss all the remaining challenges, and also we will be discussing about the major internal security issues with respect to the other states or other foreign states also. Thank you, and for more such content please subscribe to Abhiram IAS.